So today we're going to select and use appropriate tools and units to measure real-life objects using our rulers. And we're going to do it through inches, millimeters, and centimeters. Why are we doing this? Because measuring is an important skill. We measure to find our height, to find the length of a table, to find how tall we are. So doctors have to use it, architects have to use it to measure buildings and houses. Chefs need to use it to measure food, to make sure that their food isn't too salty or too oily or too buttery. So we use this in everyday life. Even Miss V uses every day to measure your progress. Are we hitting our 80% goal? Or are we close to it, or are we over it? So those are examples of times in life when you need to measure. And one of the tools we can use to measure is a ruler, and that's what we're going to be using today. How is this important? Because it allows you to measure in your own life, and it also allows you to strengthen those skills that you need in middle school and in high school. So the first thing I want you guys to do, I do not expect it to be perfect, but I do expect you to try, is to measure the circumference of your head. So I want you to measure around your head using a ruler. Don't bend my ruler. Do not play, and I need you to start it right away. Okay, so just try your best to show me how you might use a ruler to measure the circumference of your head. Any questions about your engagement activities? Tomorrow? No, you're going to go back here in a second because this is your seat. Okay? You have 2 minutes to go ahead and try to do this. Go. Yes. What do you need? Okay. You want to do this activity first, or you need to go right away? Okay. So Terry, let someone else measure it for you, because it'll be hard for you to read the numbers. Okay? No, you can't read it. Okay, Sabrina, go ahead. Or you can measure her. You're very accurate with measuring, right? We should be measuring each other. Good, very good, Shanbray and Gregory. Trying to measure the circumference. She's going to measure yours first, and then you're going to measure hers. We're working with a partner. Okay, go ahead. So have you written down the number? Do you remember it? Make sure you remember it. And make sure you know what your units are. Which side of the ruler did you use? Your inches or your centimeters? We're working here. 45 seconds. Where are you going to measure? You're measuring Shaday's? Okay. Irene, Sabrina, let's go. 19 seconds. Jordan and Kennedy, did you finish measuring? Yes. All right. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our ruler should be down, and we're looking up. Sabrina. All right. Tell me what you think about the activity so far. Who was able to get a circumference for their partner's head? Okay, and I'm going to write some of these down. All right, let's start with Gregory.
Brenda's having like 6 inches. Wow.
16 what?
6 inches.
6 inches. Around her head?
Yeah.
And you measured all around her head. Okay? Jordan? 6 inches, that's pretty small. A little worrisome. I don't think that's accurate. Jordan?
24 inches.
24 inches? I hear a little bit of whispering. Joseph?
18 inches.
18 inches? All right, one more, and then I'll ask you another question. Shade? 19 what? 19 inches. Now I'm going to ask you, during this activity, did you find it easy or difficult to measure the circumference of the head with a ruler? What do you think, Jamari?
It was difficult.
It was difficult, and why? Why was it difficult?
You had to go all around here with the ruler, like,
And what characteristic about the ruler made it difficult?
it's straight.
It's straight. What might have made it easier? I saw you doing it earlier, Kyrie. What would make it easier to measure with a ruler?
If it was round or bendable.
If it was round or bendable. So as you can see, we have a lot of different tools to measure, but they're not always appropriate. If I gave you this yesterday to measure angles, measure the degrees, what would happen? You wouldn't get it right. Does this even have the units degrees on them? No, they don't. So even if I asked you to do something like measure the circumference of someone's head, it would be very difficult to get an accurate reading of someone's circumference of their head with a ruler. What might be better than a ruler to measure someone's head? So I'm asking you to critically think. What else might you use? If I asked you to measure Kine's head tomorrow, and you could use any tool you want, what might you use? What might be better than this straight, difficult to bend ruler? Jamal, do you have any ideas?
A flexible ruler.
Okay, a flexible ruler, that would work. What else? I'm asking you any objects. It doesn't even have to be a measurement tool. Cheyenne, what would you use? Excuse me, over here. Okay, does anyone know what that is? Okay, do you know what that is? You know what they're talking about, Miss Lynch? Measuring tape. Even if you use string, look at the string at the back of our room. You could take that and wrap it around someone's head, and then use your ruler and measure that string. So as you see, we have a lot of different measurement tools. This is for your eye.
And there's a little tool where you put a little string, and it got numbers on it, and you can wrap it around somebody's head.
Do you know what that is called? I know what she's talking about. They use it a lot. Construction workers use it a lot.
It is a ruler, but
It is a type of measurement. You know what they're talking about, Miss Lynch?
I think so.
It's silver, right, Chenbri? Is that what you're talking about? The silver product that you
and it's
stretch out the string?
Yeah.
No one knows what that's called? Gregory?
Uncle used to use one. I forgot what it was called.
It's the product. Oh, you got
What is it though?
to
Okay, measuring. We have a measuring tape that we use for clothes that they use to measure your waist and to design clothes. What is that?
They use this to measure walls and stuff like that.
Yes. Architects and construction workers use. I really don't remember the name of it. But as you can see, we can use a lot of different tools and measurement devices